I stumbled upon a combination that, oh man, my skin looked amazing all day. So I'm going to try to recreate it today for you guys. Although I am going to make one little change. I'm using the Professional Light. I have this tiny little one. I thought, let's try it around my nose because I just struggle with my nose. So maybe this is a mistake, but oh wow, that's very smooth. I'm going to put a little bit up here because I think that was a lot. Wow, that really spreads a lot. If you're going to use this, go really light with it. So the foundation I'm going to use is the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. I tried this for the first time yesterday. I'd never tried it. You have to shake it. And it's not my favorite kind of bottle because it's this kind. Although I wonder, I have this pump that I bought for my L'Oreal one. Oh baby. Oh, does it fit? Kind of fits. But does it come out? Yes. Okay. Yep. Liking that. The color of this looks a little dark, but I am self-tanned. It does have an odor to it, a perfumed odor, so I'm not a fan of that. But I'm starting off with my sponge. Something to keep in mind, dewy does not mean hydrating. I think a lot of times we get that mixed up and we think, oh, if it's dewy, it's going to be hydrating. It could be hydrating, but dewy just means it's got a luminous finish to it, which does help with the look of hydration, but it's not true hydration. So don't mix that up when you are thinking you're buying something that's for your dry skin. Look for something that actually says hydrating on it. My goal when I'm showing you guys foundations and makeup and actually anything I'm showing you is not to get you to buy the product. My goal is to help you make a decision whether you want to buy that product. So always keep that in mind. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm trying to show you it. Okay, this is just looking so pretty. I'm gonna do a tiny bit more, a little bit on my hand, go in those strategic areas that I just struggle with coverage. Now, this is not a full coverage foundation. You probably, if you watch me for any length of time, figured it was not because I'm not a fan of full coverage. It's probably a good medium coverage. If you have a very textured face, you probably will not like this because of its dewy finish. Think of a textured wall. We don't add sheen to it like a gloss when there's texture because it just brings out that texture. It just looks so pretty, like it's just a pretty foundation on my skin. If you guys have not tried this dewy one, consider buying it and get this pump. It does fit it, so it doesn't fit it exactly, but it's gonna work. It's not like it's gonna spill out or anything. I'll let you know if there's any issues with it, but I love this little pump. And I hate the lids where they screw off. I use my Stands Out sponge to just get everything looking good. Let me see the nose area. The nose area is looking pretty good with this primer and with the foundation. I like the combination. I do have a bit of dryness right under here. It is what it is. Okay, now for my combination that I am loving with this, that I happened upon yesterday. Although I happened upon this because I bought it for the first time and thought, okay, I gotta try that. But this has been one of my go-tos and I got a new color. It's in Classic Vanilla. Go in those areas that I need a little bit extra coverage. So I'm not treating this really as a setting powder, more as coverage because it is a foundation. But this combination just blurred out my pores and I was like, wow, I really, really like this. I'm gonna make sure nothing's settling in on my forehead. Now the Fit Me has been around for a hot minute. I know that. I think I had a Fit Me once, but a Fit Me bottle before, but it wasn't the dewy, and this is dewy and smooth, so good combination. My skin looks so nice. Those of you who watched the brow video of where I talked about how to get your brow hairs to lay down flat, and you saw that whatever my daughter used on my brows to tint them actually bleached them. Can you see the tint? Like it's orange. It's getting better because a lot of my hairs are coming in, but it's orange. There is definitely not, it's definitely not as dark as it used to be. So I'm glad it's going back to normal, but another combination I am loving is an eyeshadow combination. I got the Bobbi Brown Sand Dune Shadow Stick. This is a matte stick. It is very much like my skin, but just a little bit darker, maybe on the pink side, but yeah, it's got a slight pink. But I've been using this all over my lid. Use my finger to blend it out, and what it does is it just gives that all over color that I am always seeking. But because it's so stinking smooth, it doesn't pull my eye as I'm trying to maneuver it, which I very much appreciate because my eye is very movable, as you can see. Being I am 56 now. But this just gives me that look without, oh, I have a hair, I can feel it and I can't see it. But with this, because it's almost my same color, I don't really have to be like perfect with it. Then the next one I'm loving is this combination. I've been wearing it way too much. It's Laura Mercier Strapless. And this is got a sheen to it, and it's a little bit more brown. So that, see how it's got that glow? Oh, so pretty. And this one I've just been putting on the bottom portion, like on the lid part. And then just blending it out with my finger. So pretty. This is like an easy, everyday look with just a little bit of shimmer. This is like not glitter, and that's why I like it. I'm not a fan of glitter on my eyes. I like a sheen, but not specifically glitter. Okay, and then just to make sure that there's no harsh edges, I'm gonna take a fluffier kind of brush, make sure it's clean, and then just kind of windshield washer move. And then I've also been taking that glimmer, and I've been taking my little Beauty Pie brush here and just taking it and kind of just getting some on the edge, giving a little bit of color right along my lash edge. Not a lot, but it just gives a little bit of sheen under there without being very noticeable. It just kind of defines my eyes. These are like subtle things. I think sometimes we forget that subtle things on our faces make our faces look naturally pretty. Instead of having something that's big and like, oh, there it is, a subtle hue to your skin or just something that enhances what you've got looks so much nicer sometimes than really trying to be like bold with our looks. I am going to use an eyeliner. This is the Extreme Lasting from Essence eyeliner. This is waterproof and it doesn't go down to my lower lashes. That is why I like it. So I'm just going to use it to go right along my lash line. hardly noticeable again. But as you can see, my eye is so much more strong looking here than it is here. And that's without any mascara on. And you don't look at me and go, oh, she has eyeliner on. Because I really just haven't enhanced my lash line. It's just called tight lining. So I'm really liking this Essence eyeliner. So I guess that's another combination. My forehead is barely creasing. This Fit Me Dewy and Smooth is amazing. I'm just gonna put a tiny, tiny bit, which is nice because I don't have to do so much. Put on some bronzer. I've been loving this Makeup by Mario bronzer. This is a cream bronzer in a stick, and it's just so pretty. It comes with its own brush, so I'm using it kind of more like a contour. Make sure your contour is more high instead of low so that you're not aging yourself just by putting contour on. And just go up and blend it out. So pretty. It's got a sheen to it, but it's not overly glowy. And once you actually like blend it into your skin, it really isn't as shiny as you think it's gonna be once you get it all moved in. Now I'm gonna blend this out a little bit more, but I am gonna just take that extra stuff, put under my chin, and then I'm gonna just do a little bit on my forehead. Try not to get my hair in there. Make sure you don't just do this line. Make sure you bring it down. You don't want it too far down, but you also don't want to look like you've got this line around your face. That's not attractive either. So blend, blend, blend. That's one part of that combo. And then the other combo I'm loving is his blush, but this is a powder blush. And I am loving it in this color. It is the Mellow Mauve. And I honestly, when I looked at this, I thought, too bubblegum pink, don't like it. Rachel is the one who convinced me. She's like, no, Mom, get it, get it. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is blend a little bit more using a more stippled kind of brush. And of course, my neighbor is mowing again. Wouldn't be a mindful midlife video without my neighbor mowing his lawn, would it now? Okay, a little bit more blended. Okay, I'm going to use the Rephr number 4 brush. I don't know. These two brushes are probably my favorite. The Angie Hot and Flashy 507 brush, and then the Rephr number 4. Sometimes I like the Rephr one better because it's smaller. I have a small face. Like I just don't, oh, my hair is going crazy, as you can see. I just don't have large features. And so sometimes smaller brushes really do make a difference. And it's just such a subtle color. Now I know on my skin it's subtle. It might not be subtle on yours. If you are much more pale than me, it's obviously gonna come out more. But for me, it's just such a beautiful, subtle color that I'm loving. And I've been doing this, taking it over my nose and just kind of giving that kissed by the sun look that I like. A little bit more and just blend it out. Okay, we have to fix the hair. My hair's gone a little crazy right now. All I did was blow it dry last night. I didn't really do anything to it, so. If you really struggle with getting your eyebrows to lie flat, you may like this video. I'm gonna link it right here. I'm gonna give you all the kind of products and things that you can do to try to get your eyebrows to actually go the direction you want them to go instead of sticking straight off your face. I give you options. So I'll see you maybe in that one or another one. God bless.